Good morning. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you taking time away from your busy schedules to help us celebrate Crime Prevention Month. October gives host to a lot of different events. It's bullying prevention, it is breast cancer awareness, and it is fire prevention awareness also. But also close to our heart within the police department is Crime Prevention Month. So we thank you guys for being here. And although we acknowledge crime prevention in October, it is something that we hope people will practice year-round. And our point of being here in October is just to reconnect with people, let them know that the York City Police Community Service Division is alive, we're active, and we look forward to interacting with people and participating and helping them address the concerns that they have in their neighborhood. So we appreciate people supporting us and people being here, and thank you guys for being here also. There's a lot of different things that we're going to be doing in the month of October, and we'll talk about that in just a minute, but first we're going to kick things off with the reading of the proclamation, and that's by our own Mayor Kim Bracey. So thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you all. Good morning, Councilman Nixon. Thank you for joining us. Police Chief Wes Kelly. It's always good to see you as well, too. As Lieutenant Phelps already spoke about, Crime Prevention Month is one of those times we take the opportunity to highlight the many accomplishments of our police department and the fact that they work tirelessly around the clock to address all sorts of crime. And Crime Prevention Month is just a time to stop and say thank you as well, yes, and acknowledge the work. As you can see, there's a lot of information here that's being available to our citizens and folks that might be interested more in the field even. It is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It's a month filled with all sorts of awareness, and that is one that our police department does not take lightly as well. So thank you all. Thank you, Chief, for your leadership and everyone for the work that you do around crime prevention. The proclamation reads, Crime Prevention Month, October 2014. Whereas the vitality of our city depends on the safety of our homes, neighborhoods, schools, and workplaces. And whereas crime and fear of crime destroys our trust in others and in civic institutions, threatening the community's health, prosperity, and quality of life. And whereas people of all ages must be made aware of what they can do to prevent themselves and their families, neighbors, and co-workers from being harmed by crime. And whereas the personal injury, financial loss, and community deterioration resulting from crime are intolerable and require investment from the whole community. And whereas crime prevention initiatives must include self-protection and security, but they must go beyond these to promote collaborative efforts to make neighborhoods safer for all ages and to develop positive opportunities for young people. And whereas adults must invest time, resources, and policy support in effective prevention and intervention strategies for youth, and adults must make sure to engage teens in programs to drive crime from their communities. And whereas effective crime prevention programs succeed because of partnerships with law enforcement, other government agencies, civic groups, schools, faith communities, businesses, and individuals as they help to nurture communal responsibility and instill pride. Now, therefore, I, C. Kim Bracey, Mayor of the City of York, do hereby proclaim October 2014 as Crime Prevention Month in the City of York. And I urge all of our citizens, government agencies, public and private institutions, and businesses to invest in the power of prevention and work together to make York a safer, stronger, and caring community. Given under my hand and seal of the City of York, this 7th day of October in the year of our Lord 2014, C. Kim Bracey. Thank you, Lieutenant Phelps, for your leadership in this area. We do appreciate it. And there are some community folks here with us as well, too. One of ours, our pastor, is with us today, and thank you for your support.
Again, Mayor, we thank you. We thank the Mayor's office who continually supports the York City Police and the efforts that we put forth in reducing the crime, the fear of crime, and the education of the public. So we thank the Mayor's office and her staff. I'd also like to acknowledge our chief, my chief, Chief Wes Kelly from New York City Police. Chief, thank you. and the city council members that are here. Mr. Henry Nixon, thank you so much for coming out. Like I said, during the month of October, we have a few events scheduled, and I'll talk about that in a second. But like the mayor brought up, we'd like to acknowledge just a few people who each year who is out in the community, and their actions and their roles that they do in the community are all positive, and they're towards reducing the crime and the fear of crime. So just take a second here. I'd like to acknowledge Pastor Adrian Boxley, and I can present him with a copy of the proclamation for a lot of the work that he does involved around the shooting. So thank you very much. And also we'd like to acknowledge, she's not here today, but Miss Mary Ann Backus. If you're attached to any associations, she constantly is communicating with the neighborhood associations about what's going on, upcoming events. So we acknowledge her, and we have a copy of the proclamation for her too. I'd like to just take a second to acknowledge my staff, Reverend Danny Evans, who's out of town. Him and his wife are celebrating their anniversary, and Miss Jackie Morero, who's in the back there, who also does an incredible job getting stuff out to the public and commuting with neighborhood associations, so thank you. In the month of October, we are pleased to announce we will have a Citizens Police Academy that will start Tuesday. I believe it's October 28th. It's going to run till December. It's going to be every Tuesday in the evening. We do have a number of applications. The process is still open. If anyone is interested, they can go on the city's website, click on Police Department, under Police Department, Community Services, or I think that if you actually go to the website, there is a banner. There's a banner that says Citizen Police Academy. The ideal behind the Citizen Police Academy is to give folks, class members, an inside look as to what goes on within the police department. It addresses some of the questions that neighborhoods have, why police do certain things in a certain way. You'll get to meet a lot of our police department staff. You'll get to meet and talk with some of the members of the countywide quick response team, the hostage negotiations. You'll talk with some of our detectives. We're going to put a module in there where you'll actually get to have a question and answer series with police officers who are on the street and you are going to come in contact with. Also, I mentioned before that it is Bullying Month, and the mayor's office is sponsoring a bullying prevention workshop that's coming up. That's going to be at York High. I believe that's October 16th, or I believe that's the date, October 16th. That's at York High. If my dates are off, you can call me and we'll get you the right dates, but I'm pretty sure it's right around then in the evening at York High, so that's another event you can support. Also, we're going to acknowledge a number of people in York City and York County for the work that they do. So at some point, a lot of folks in York City and York County are going to be getting certificates from us in appreciation for the hard work they do. Some in their support, some folks who volunteer to play McGruff, other people that give their time at National Night Out, people who volunteer at the fair with us, people who support us through our bowling program, being volunteers at that, and people who just by right of ownership in their community are involved and are very active. So we're going to acknowledge those folks. We're going to be sending them certificates. We're going to be saying thank you for the hard work that they do. So I want to thank you guys for coming out. We look forward to seeing people at our academy class. We look forward to seeing people at the bullying prevention program. We're going to be set up here at City Hall every Tuesday during the month of October. The display table that's behind me is not just there for good looks. It's there because there's a lot of good information on that table. It deals with internet safety. It deals with bullying. It deals with domestic violence. Anything that pertains to people treating people with respect and you know, abiding by the laws and things of that nature, you're going to find on that table. The spinning wheel, if you want to stop by and spin the wheel there, we have just a short quiz. See how if you're smarter than a fifth grade, we like to say, but it's just different questions that we have. And we have some door prizes. We're going to be here Tuesdays, and we haven't decided what times, but we're going to be at 50 West King Street, the actual police station, on another date over the lunch hour. So feel free to stop in, meet somebody from Community Services. If you have any questions, we'll be more than willing to address those questions also. So again, media, thank you guys for being here. City Council, Mr. Henry, the Mayor, Chief, thank you all for being here. Thank you so much.